I think, is it Sally O'Malley? It wasn't Sally O'Malley. Who did you do with the last one? Yeah,
Um,
superstar. What's her name?
Superstar. Yeah,
Yeah,
gosh, I forgot her
yeah.
name.
Anyway, she nailed that one. Yeah, Mama
Yeah,
Shannon. She nailed that one to the wall.
that was hilarious.
I did Stuart Smalley, and
You were so good.
she made mine look like I just pulled it out of the hat in the 11th hour. So, which I kind of did, but she crushed it. It was just amazing. And so, listen, today I just as we're doing these Friday calls, I really want us to have a plethora of resources and angles and ideas and experiences. And so Robin was someone that I've been wanting to get on for a long time, and luckily she said yes when I asked her. So that was a big part of it. So so many things I could go on and on and on and on. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Robin Mann.
Thank you, Dilly, Marcus Dilly. Yay! So I'm really. This is probably the most exciting moment of my, I don't know, uh, career in real estate because there's actually a woman on the screen under the word or above the word Ashley Dilly. I thought she didn't exist. Like I thought for certain that she just is this what a holograph kind of scene because I've never seen her. It's a lie. But oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. I wow. Yeah, you married up, Dilly. Woo.
Listen, preach it to the choir, sis. Preach it
Right?
to the choir. I'll kick my coverage on that one big time.
And if y'all have never wiped dripping sweat off of a man's face because he's in a Batman full on latex costume, and my husband, I believe, wiped sweat off his buttocks because that man was dripping. Like Dilly
We
was
got
like
close that day.
dripping. Yeah, y'all got really close that day. It was a lot. So hi, I'm Robin Mann. Thank you so much for having me. I did want to ask, like, I'm really good at winging it, and I'm really good with a lot of different materials. So I really wanted to find what is the crux of what you guys are looking for in terms of, are we needing mindset? Are we needing lead gen ideas? Are we needing systems? I kind of have some stuff for all three of those. And if you guys want to write it in the chat, or if Dilly, you know what you'd prefer for the crowd to hear, I'm good at, I have all three of those on the ready.
So I was hoping this could be the Robin Mann show, and you could do whatever you want, whatever the team is wanting. Maybe we can make it a Q and A. If you've got anything prepared, that's fine too.
Okay.
You've got, I know we could probably do a training for 7 hours with the material that you've got and experience you've got. But so just to give you an idea, so we have officially launched. Well, we're officially official on the 3rd of March. So that's when everything is kind of kicking off. But we've sort of been putting together each section, and so this is our team. It's the signature group. It's Mark McClaskey and I, who, by the way, I'm just, man, I told him last night, he texted me something, and I said, I love you, man. I mean, just the greatest, there's something about, Bruce said it before, Robin, there's something about this group of people. There's something special happening here. And I would love to say that as a leader of the team, but I may be willing it to be true or something, but
Yes.
it's actually really true. It's just something that I keep hearing over and over again from everybody on this team. And so what we want to do is really just something unique and special by the executive staff, those of us that are on staff,
Love it.
and leaders, really making it our job to serve the agents at the highest level possible and help them reach their goals. Because if we feel like our job is to serve the agents, then their job is to serve the clients. Everything else is going to take care of itself. And we have really fortified this team with, I think, the best system in existence. Yes, we have all the support of EXP. Yes,
all right, nip it, Dilly. Nip it.
Yeah.
Nip it.
Okay. Okay. All right. But I really believe we have something really unique. And
I say that out of love because I want them to answer.
Whatever they want to do, it's all good.
What do you want? Right here, we have Laura Tate says, your strategies you implemented to have one closing a week. What are some of your ups and downs during the process? You know, I said that out of love, Dilly. And I believe everything you said. What else? Who else has an answer? Something you want? Mindset on systems. Love it. Okay. These are right up my alley. What else you got? All right. Then this is what we're going to talk about. I love that. Those are great ones. If y'all are good with that, thumbs up, head shake, something like that. Yes, in the chat. All right. Got you. All right, cool. All right, I'm writing down notes because I have a presentation, but it's in little notes in my head, and I got it. All right, some of your strategies you implemented to have one closing a week, and this will tie right exactly into Dilly. Y'all are using some Zillow stuff, right? Dilly Billy.
Some of us are. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got a section at Zillow. Yeah.
Okay, rock on. All right, so here's what it is. So I started in real estate. I did youth ministry for 13 years. I did telemarketing, and in my telemarketing, I was supposed to be closing 5 appointments a week, and I was doing 5 appointments a day. And so the management people came over and they're like, "What the heck are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know." I'm like talking to people. And they're like, "Well, you're blowing it away. Like you're supposed to be getting 5 a week. You're doing 5 a day. How are you doing this?" And so I started paying attention to what I was doing. And so what I did, the most important thing that I did was the word authentic. Um, I was authentic, and I looked for ways to relate or to connect with people. For instance, there's two people right now. I just looked up. I saw their names. If I were calling them, if I were connecting with them, automatically right this second, I would be like, Delise, what is your name? Where does that come from? Is it Dallas? Is it Delise? Like, how do you say that? I would automatically, if I were calling her, if I were connecting with her, even in an email, in a text, in a Facebook message, on a door knock, and she told me her name is it Dallas or Delise?
It's Dallas.
It's Dallas. Okay, so therein, if I had seen it, I would have asked that question. That would have been, "Hey, this is Robin Mann from eXp Realty. I'm calling for Dallas Delise." Like, oh my gosh, what a cool name. That's my exact script. Okay, the script is real. And then I immediately have thrown her off balance because she's like, when she heard eXp Realty, she went, and then I took it away and I said, "Oh, but what's your name and how do you say it?" And she would have said Dallas. Wow, it's Dallas. Your parents went kind of off kilter on that. Like, what's up with that?
They were potheads.
They were potheads. I love it. Boom. I have my end. Right? I can
We're
now
going to talk about pot now, Robin.
all about pot, right? We might have a conversation about how was it growing up with potheads? Like, did that affect your life in a good or bad way? Like, totally, I have an in. I have a way to connect with her, right? Dallas. I could go in further. Are you from Dallas? Did they love the city of Dallas? Like, I can go all into that. Did any of that relate to real estate? Absolutely not. Lead with authenticity. That's the first thing. Lead with being authentic, lead with relating with people. This works in door knocking. This works in calling people. This works in texting. It works in emailing. It works in Facebook messages. It works, period. And okay, go. It works when you meet them in person at the grocery store. Okay, go for authentic. Now, if I didn't see a name, I just look at a person. I can look at several of y'all, but who caught my eye was Laura Tate. Look at that hair. So I met her in the grocery store. We're talking. The way we're talking is I commented on her cool fall colors. I'm like, "Are you a fall person? Because this weather is winter and I'm not about it." That would be my end to begin speaking with this woman at the grocery store. Right? Now that's a key. Speak to people. Period. I'll tell you right now, if you are spending money on lead gen or systems or mailers or somebody doing your social media, or if you're spending money on anything, you are absolutely positively wasting your money unless it's something that Marcus told you to put your money into. I'll give you the caveat there. You don't need to spend any money. So I did 9 deals my first. Oh, back up to my story. I saw how much money that company was making on my 5 appointments a day. Wally and I talked. I was like, I got to go get into real estate. Got into real estate. I did 9 deals my first 9 months as a part-time agent. I was Keller Williams Ballantyne, which is one of the biggest one in the nation. I was their rookie of the year as a part-time agent. This shows you how cocky I was and have been. When they wouldn't hire me in the beginning because I was going to be part-time, I told Sabra, which if any of y'all are in the area, you know Sabra, she's a powerhouse. I walked into her office and said, "I'm going to be part-time because I can't do the leap. If you don't hire me, you're going to regret it." And she was like, "We don't do part-time agents." And I was like, "Well, I want to be with y'all." So she went with me. I never took their training. Never did it. Ever. Didn't take it. I taught it. Never took it. 9 deals in 9 months. 26 deals my first full year. 52 deals my third year. The game changer between 26 to 52 was having a transaction coordinator. And then I've done 52 up until 2 years ago when I decided to step back to leap into agent attraction a little bit. But my average is still 52 a year since 2016. Okay. The way I did that is being authentic and connecting. And you're like, well, that's great. That's a bit ambiguous. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. The word focus, write it down. And write it vertical or horizontal, but write it so that there's space between the letters if you're writing it. Excuse me, the word focus. FOCUS. Does anybody know what this stands for? Okay.
Follow one course until successful.
How do you know that, Sharon?
It just came to me, Robin.
Sharon's on my morning call. I do a morning call every day, 9:15 to 9:45. It's free. It's a Zoom. It messes up with y'all's call, but it's always on Instagram and it's always on Facebook. So you can find it later and you watch it. So follow one course until successful. What does that mean? When I started real estate as a part-time agent, I decided I was going to try door knocking and open houses and social media. That's how my first year of the 9 deals. That's what I was like, okay. And so you do have to start off with more than one because you want to, if you're brand new and you don't know what works for you. How long do we have? Is this an hour, half an hour? 1 hour. Okay, rock on. So you got to know what kind of works for you. So that year I threw a bunch of stuff at the wall, but it was one of those 3 things: open houses, door knocking, or social media. Now, I have a board. I'll show you right here. You can see my board a little bit over there. I have a whiteboard. On my whiteboard, it tells me things. Okay, we'll come back to that. And I can send a picture of the whiteboard for y'all to look at if it helps you. On my whiteboard, over on the left side, I put up closed. And I also, on the right side, I have active buyers and active or coming soon listings. And I put beside those, this is very simple. This is why you do not need some off the wall system. This is literally how I did it. Okay? Stop spending money. Go do the friggin' work. Okay? I had this little board. On the board, it says Deb and Pete Bliss. And then it has a dash and it says I got them from Facebook. It says Scarborough. It says I got them from DK, door knocking. It says Christine and Rafe, I got them as a referral. So all that's on my board for my coming soons and my buyers. And then when I close it, I put it over on the edge and it says Holt, I got them off Facebook. Alex and Olga, I got them as a sign call. Nanny Point, I got them off Facebook. Silver Creek, I got them off Facebook. Waycross, I got them off Facebook. Okay? The end of the year, all I got to do is look at my board. And at the end of that 9 months, I looked at my board and it said, Robin, I know you love door knocking. I can teach y'all to door knock with the best of them. But that's not where I can spend my time. I can only spend my time on Facebook because that's where I'm making my money. Now, that's a whole different training. We can talk about how to make a Facebook, but it's the same training I just told you. It's just about connecting with people. But we could go deep into do that. So I decided, okay, I gotta go all in on Facebook. So follow one course until successful. After that first 9 months, I didn't have it figured out. How the heck do I lean into Facebook? I leaned in. I started learning. What are other people doing? I looked at my mentors. I looked at the successful people. I listened to things. I became a student. I came from curiosity, right? And I learned. I watched people and I saw, oh, she's just being real. He's just being authentic. Then I saw that the same way I was making those phone calls could work for real estate. Here's the path for making any of your lead gen work. It's so very simple and it's so very easy and simple, but it is hard as hell. If you do it, it will be your game changer. Get a CRM. Okay? My CRM was Realty Juggler. To this day, I have Realty Juggler still. It's like $100 a year. a year. It does says no bells and whistles that I use. Its only purpose is a task manager and a data manager. Okay? So I would type in there, Alicia Grace. Met her at the grocery store. She lives in the area where I live. She likes spicy foods. We talked about the Chinese restaurant. I have no way to follow up with her. I don't know her name. All I know is her name. I don't have a phone number. I don't have an email. I spent hours every single day writing down every single note about every single person. And my goal was 20 a day. I had to have 20 a day. And this was I tell y'all, I'm the most simple, cheap person on the earth. This was my routine to see if I did my 20 a day. See that? That's as high tech as I got. Right? I made little lines.
Robin, that's old school there.
Old school, right? This does not cost you any money. I spoke to Alicia, boom. All right, I got Jessica, boom. Oop, there's Justin. I love that your last name is Hare. See, I'd be all over that. Justin Hare. What the hell? That's a great name. So, I did 20. If it was 10 o'clock at night and I had 18 of these, you can ask my husband. I did not go to sleep. Baby, I'm sorry. I've got to go in here for 2 minutes. And I would do my 20. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. 20 a day. Put them in your database. And then here's the key. I had this beautiful man one time I taught this to. He went door knocking. He knocked 3 notebooks, like inches big notebooks of door knocking. He wrote down everything. He wrote no follow-up. So he had really great notes of his days with no follow-up. The follow-up is simple. All right, let's go back to Alicia Grace. Met her at the grocery store. I know she likes good food. We didn't talk about houses. We didn't talk about anything. What could I do to potentially find her or do something to connect with her? If it was a nice, decent connection. There's 2 things that instantly popped to mind. Come on, somebody give me one.
Find them on Facebook, Instagram.
Thank you very much, Jessica. That went the prize. You can look her up on Facebook. Friend her. Okay, there's one. What's the other? We have access to it. We use it every day when we look up things about a listing.
Realist tax search.
I love you. Who said that?
I did.
Alicia Grace, my girl. See if I can find her address. Okay? Might be a little stalkerish. Do I care? No. Don't care.
Public record.
Public record.
Public record, right.
So then, my follow-up with Alicia Grace is, if I can actually find an address for her, send her a note with a spicy restaurant coupon or a spicy restaurant recipe. Or a hot chili pepper note card. Alicia, that was so fun seeing you at the grocery store. By the way, I forgot to mention, I'm a local realtor. Saw this card and thought of you. Or did you know about the spicy festival that's coming up? I friend requested you on Facebook. Or will you friend request me on Facebook? I'd love to be in touch. Okay? It is a sprint marathon. I can nurture Alicia from this day forward if I can find her address. Right? Yes, I do. Somebody was over here. I had a note going over there. So every single day, I wrote in my notes, Alicia Nash. She was a Facebook person I met. Now, you're like, how do you meet these people? You just meet people. You go talk to people. Literally every time I'm anywhere, who's going to anywhere today? Grocery store, bank, anywhere.
Anyway. An art gallery tonight.
Okay. Who in that place owns a home or lives somewhere? Or who in that place
Pretty
lives
much
somewhere?
Everyone.
Yeah.
It's at one brook, so pretty much everyone.
Okay, Dallas says. They all live somewhere. Do they know someone that lives somewhere? Okay, it's that simple, guys. We overthink it. You can be a realtor all the time. You can be a human, more importantly. Be a human. So, follow your one course.
Robin.
Yes, ma'am.
Robin, what about the ones that are shy? You know, they're not people person, they're not as outgoing as you are. What about those?
You say, I wouldn't know her name, but if I were to run into Ray Hoyle somewhere and she were tucked up in the corner, I would sidle up to her. These things drive me crazy. People think I'm a massive extrovert. What would you rather be doing right now? You relate to them, right? You say,
I
well,
think you meant if the agent was shy, right? What if they're not as
Yeah.
outgoing as you?
oh, girl. All right, the agent's not that. Okay, then do something you're comfortable with. Talking to strangers in public is not comfortable for you. Part of me says get over it, work through it. You want to be successful, do it. Okay? If not, then come with a reason. Here is my reason. I love door knocking, and I'm going to get back to focus. Let's say focus is my. Let's say my pick one. Door knocking, pick Facebook, pick cold calling, pick expireds, pick FISBOs, whatever it is. Lean in, become the expert. So I love door knocking, but let's say you don't because you're not a. But okay, I'm going to make it a comfortable thing um, for an introvert. Go with a purpose. People that are introverts typically don't want to do things because they feel like they're an intrusion. They don't want to bother people, right? So you're going to go with a purpose. Okay? The purpose is, and this can be done on any platform you choose. All the ones you mentioned, expired, FISBO, any lead gen opportunity you want. Here is your purpose. Hey, let's see, who haven't I talked to over here? Living in Charlotte. Hey, living in Charlotte. I don't know your name, but I know you live in Charlotte. Hey, living in Charlotte. I could do this on Facebook. Let's say I'm doing it on Facebook. Actually, I'd like to do this. I'd rather do it in person, but I could do it on Facebook. The question is, I absolutely love, the statement is, I absolutely love your neighborhood. I love your neighborhood, and I want to know, why do you love it? What's the best thing about the neighborhood? I'm doing market research. Okay. You're not asking for anything significant. You're not asking to sell their house. You're not asking if they want to buy a house. You're asking for information that is, why do you love it? Okay. If that's still too uncomfortable, then you do the pop buys. Pop buys are the little fun gifts where you, like for St. Patrick's Day, you take them, I don't know, pictures of four leaf clovers. You can do scratch off cards. We talked about that this morning. Scratch off cards, lottery cards. I did this for $1 million neighborhood. I got a listing. It wasn't like I did it one time, got a listing. I worked this neighborhood as a door knocking thing. But I knocked on the door and I said, "Hey, Mark McCla-" I didn't say, "Hey, Mark McClaskey." But when I got to Mark McClaskey's door, when I looked at his Facebook page or when I looked at his door when I walked up, I looked to see, does he like bulldogs? Does he have a messy yard? Is his yard really pristine? Does he have a pretty tree in the yard? On his Facebook page, if I'm doing it there or on any form of social media, does he have kids? Does he have a wife? Does he have, is he a big football fan? What can I learn before I connect with this person? How can I connect with this person? So, Mark McClaskey, I walk up to his door with a little pop by of a scratch off ticket. I talk about how. So, Mark, when I walk up to your door, would I see anything at your house? Like, do you have a wreath on it? Is your yard yucky? Do you have a junk car in the front yard on cinder blocks?
Not currently, but probably soon. My car has 200,000 miles on it.
Oh, yes. So, what would I see?
You'd probably see our Shih Tzu poodle, a Shih Poo.
Rock on. There's my end, right? Knock on the door. The Shih Tzu poodle comes to the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I don't even say my name. What's that?
12 pounds of fury.
12 pounds of fury. I would knock on the door. I would back up. He would come to the door. The dog would come with him. I don't even tell who I am. I just look at the dog and go, oh my gosh, what is he? I immediately disarmed him. And then I lean into, I love this neighborhood. I'm working on learning all about it, and I'm bringing by scratch off cards because it's St. Patrick's Day. Let's see if you're a winner. Come on, scratch for me. And he'll scratch. While he's scratching, how long have y'all lived here? What's your favorite thing about the neighborhood? Who are the people in the neighborhood you hate? I'll go knock on their door. He scratches. He went. What's that, Mark?
You would definitely want to go 2 doors down.
Exactly. He scratches, he wins, we celebrate. He scratches, he doesn't win. I just say, man, that's, yes, bummed. I didn't win either. I won because I got to talk to you. That was a win. I continue. I don't sell real estate. I don't say, do you want to buy, sell, invest in real estate? The only time I'm ever going to say that is on one of these calls. I'm literally just going to have a nice conversation with him. Find out why he loves his home. Why does he
Do you
love the
leave a
neighborhood?
business card, or do you leave any information about the neighborhood or anything like that?
If I'm doing yeah, I could leave, this is me. If you ever want something, let me know. But I'm hands off on the first thing. It's just like dating. I'm not, when he opens the door, though he's cute, I'm not jumping in and be like, hey, baby, and smooch a kiss from him, right? Not copping a feel on the first date, right? I am getting to know him, right? Get to know him. So the next thing I do with him, now that same exact exchange could have happened on Facebook. He is in a community group that I'm a part of. He's always in there. He is my demographic. Now, there is a massive thing. If you guys have not done this, this is what you should do before you do anything. Before you decide how and what you want to market, you should decide who are you marketing to. Because otherwise, you are just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. Who is your avatar? Who is your ideal client? Write that down. Ideal client. I will tell you my ideal client, and this is the detail I want you to get into when you think about your ideal client. All right, my ideal client are Mark and Amy. They're married. They've been married since they're college sweethearts. He drives a truck, probably a Ford. She drives a minivan or an SUV. She shops at Target. His favorite place to go is Lowe's or Ace Hardware. When they eat out, they like to go to local places. He would buy her a Christmas present from like a bird store. She would buy him a Christmas present at a local wood place, wherever he can get wood tools. Okay. They do have 2 kids. Both kids are a little bit older. They've already graduated college, or at least they're in college. They're not local to the area. What else? If they were to eat out, they're going to go to a local fancy restaurant. Maybe not too fancy. They're not like black tie kind of people. They're just regular people. They're going to grocery shop, most likely at Harris Teeter, maybe Whole Foods, and definitely maybe Trader Joe's. Costco could be on their list. They hate Food Lion and Aldi and Lidl and the Family Dollar. Okay, he wears New Balance. She likes Clark's shoes. And she also likes Adidas. He might wear Adidas, but he really thinks Carhartts are cool, but they're kind of expensive. Any Carhartt clothing is kind of expensive, more than he would like to spend, but he'd spend it because he thinks it's kind of cool. He likes to wear a baseball hat. And he loves hockey. Okay. Write your people. Draw a picture of them if you need. She's concerned about her weight, because every single woman that's over the age of 4 is concerned about their weight, right? And she's looking into Botox because she's over her 50s. She's looking into all those things, wondering if that's something she wants to do. She probably won't, because she doesn't want to put botulism in her body, but she probably is. Okay? These are my people. So when I am focusing on them, if I want to relate to them, if I want to find them, you're like, well, how do you find them? Back up to my story of, here's what even makes my story of having 9 deals in my first 9 months significant, even more significant than normal. I knew no one. My husband and I had moved here, and my family, my kids, for a church job. The church imploded. We got blackballed. I went to this little industry. I started doing phone sales because I knew how to do them. We knew no one. My job was 45 minutes away. Wally's job was 40 minutes away. We knew no one. No sphere. So I had to create a sphere. And I created it using Facebook and using door knocking. Now, if you look at my business, probably 90% of it comes from Facebook. No paid ads, no paid anything. I pay with my time and with my connections. Okay? So the reason I want to know my ideal client is when I'm posting social media stuff. All right, y'all answer this question. I just told you about Mark and Amy, right? I'm trying to decide what to post today. Do I post about Prince, like the musician Prince, or do I post about Kendrick Lamar? For Mark and Amy, who am I posting about?
Prince.
Who else? Who else says an answer?
Well, if you said football instead of hockey, I would have said Kendrick Lamar because of the Super Bowl, but you're hockey, so I'm going to go back to Prince.
Okay.
Well, their age too. They're in their 50s. That's who they listen to.
Prince, exactly. They might know Kendrick Lamar. I know Kendrick Lamar because I'm also into what's happening in the world. I would imagine,
Well, you have kids.
and I have kids, but most folks that are 50s, which my people are, at Mark and Amy are 50s, they're going to relate to Prince. They're going to be like, who? Turn what? Like turn down for what? Is that what he sings, Kendrick Lamar? Like they have no idea what Kendrick Lamar is and what the Drake thing is. They turn down for what? No, that's not Kendrick Lamar, guys. Come on. Right? So, know your people. So if I'm doing a video, I'm going to put the song Little Red Corvette in it, and it's going to have a little red Corvette. It could be me with a Matchbox car of Little Red Corvette in front of my listing. Right? It's going to have Little Red Corvette music in the background, and it's going to say, "Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to see this house." Okay? Use what your people love. If they're Star Wars people, Star Trek people, dive into that. If they're pet people, dive into that. Okay? Is this making sense? Is this helping your brain fire?
That's so good. That's so good because, using the Prince as opposed to Kendrick Lamar, because I can guarantee you, if you had a backdrop with Kendrick Lamar, I'm turning you off. I'm not even going to see what you're offering.
Exactly.
You know.
Although I love Kendrick
I
Lamar.
didn't know who he was until the Super Bowl myself.
Right. Exactly.
And I watch football.
And you're in Amy, and I would assume you're in Mark and Amy's demographic, age-wise.
I am.
There you go. Although you look like you're 20, baby. You look like you're 20. So,
well, thank you.
so this is what I'm saying. All of your social media, throw it against your avatar before you post it. Who is it hitting? Follow one course until successful. If you're hitting the empty nester or the empty nesters, make your marketing. If you're going to go do door knocking, make it about what empty nesters want. What do they want? They want vacation. They want their kids to get out on their own. You know?
I love how you door knock, Robin. I mean, I think it's so effective. I've done it before, and the reason why it works so well is nobody likes to do it. Nobody else is doing it.
Exactly. And I had a lady, thank you, but a lady the other day on my morning call, she's like, "Well, I've got an open house this weekend, but it's so cold, I don't want to door knock." Put on your gloves. Come on. Do
A
you
little exercise in while you're doing it.
Well, and think about the effectiveness. You're door knocking in the rain. Who do you want to hire? I want to hire a girl that's door knocking in the rain, right? She doesn't care if it's raining. She got a raincoat. She got an umbrella.
I went to a listing appointment yesterday while it was snowing, and the sellers were like, "Yeah, this guy's the real deal," because nobody else would have done it,
Right?
Especially in Charlotte.
Real deal. Exactly. On that note, if you door knock for your open houses, please let me tell you this. Please just listen, lean in. We're not done with our conversation, but I just needed a side note here. Who door knocks for open houses? If you say this script, I'm going to hunt you down and find you. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. If you say, "Hey, I'm Robin. Here's my open house flyer. Come see it on Saturday." Or if you throw that thing on their front door and that's your spiel, I'm coming to hunt you down. Why? Why am I hunting you down? Because
There's no connection there. That's just you're leaving garbage on their door.
You're wasting your time and you're littering the earth. An open house script goes exactly like I just did with Mark McClaskey. "Oh my gosh, look at that dog. Blah, 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 blah. Who makes the wreaths for your front door? How long have y'all lived here? Do you love the neighborhood? Oh, hey, I am doing open house." Forgot. That's the whole reason I'm here. Tomorrow, bring a friend. Oh, and I'm going to make homemade cookies. Come on back. I don't care if you want to buy the house. I just want some people to pop in. That.
Hey, those nosy neighbors turn into listings at some point.
Exactly. That's the script. You want them to love you. even if you are an introvert, you can do this because you're not there to bother them. You're there to help. So going back, I built my sphere, follow one course until successful. So the deal on that, follow one course until successful, and also backing up to the tracking, Realty Juggler, going way back to there from our talk earlier. Realty Juggler, I put in my notes. So let's say back to Mark McClaskey. I door knocked his house because I'm doing an open house. I found out he has a little dog. I know his what? I don't even know his name. What do I know? I knocked on his door, so what do I know? Huh?
That he has a dog.
I know he has a dog, but what else do I know about him? Where was I?
In his house.
And what?
Where he lives.
So I know his address, right? So every time I door knock, I leave and I say I didn't get their name. They live at 1416 Lonan Drive. They have a white dog. He loves the neighborhood, and he's lived there 12 years. The best thing about the neighborhood is that the community is nice. The thing that's most frustrating is that they need more streetlights. Okay, when I get home, I literally, when I leave a door knocking deal, I walk out the driveway. I'm typing notes until I get to the next house. I send that batch of notes to my email. I copy and paste from that email to my database. And then the follow-up is find their name. So the next day, after I've done all that, I find their name because I know his address. I assume he's the owner because I could have asked that question, right? So now I can update the system, Mark McClaskey. Side note, some of you are like, well, I can't do my database if I don't have their name. Put your name in there. Robin Man, O Man, B Man, IN Man. It doesn't matter until you get their real name, and then you go back and put their real name in there. Don't let the excuses stop you. Well, I can't do that because I don't have their name. Yes, you can. Do it. Because if you don't, you're going to get backed up with all this information. You're going to have 3 notebooks of stuff with nothing to do with it. And then the follow-up on Mark is, did he come to the open house? If he did, boom, you've got more follow-up. If he didn't, boom, you've got more follow-up. What's the follow-up if he did not come to the open house?
Sorry, I missed you. You had a good time. We had a good time, or something like that.
You mentioned you're baking what at the open house?
Cookies.
What can I do with the cookies?
Bring them some.
Little goodie bag, 3. Dang, Mark. Why you diss me like that? Here's some cookies.
Thought about you anyway.
Right? Now, the even more important thing to do in terms of Mark, if you're going to do door knocking or do flyers or do neighborhood stuff in relation to this, is find out ahead of time, if you really want to dig in, find out ahead of time, how long has he owned that home? If he's owned that home a year, he might not want to sell. If he's owned it 10, he might want to sell. You can find that by looking in the tax records. So here's the key to the database. After you've put it all in, you've done your 20 contacts. Some of them are going to be useless. Some of them are going to say, Jeffrey Licata, he wouldn't talk to me. Right? That's okay. I'm still putting it in the database. I'm still putting in a follow-up. Now, here's the key. This is deep, man. You ready? You might want to write it down. Open your database the next day and do what the follow-up tasks are. That is literally how I built my business.
This is why we have systems.
Exactly. Open up the database. It should, so when I do my database, and y'all are like, Robin, this is so stupid and so simple. I know it is, but people don't do it. Write the notes, pick a follow-up task. The follow-up task could be in a week, I'm going to Google what's the local spicy food festival coming up. That's what I'm going to send to Alicia Grace. I'm going to write that in my notes. Follow-up is reach out to Alicia Grace in 5 days and find out if there's anything spicy happening in the area. Okay? And then in 5 days, when I open up my computer, or if I would need to put it on my calendar, most CRMs have a task management where it says on today's tasks are, so Realty Juggler, which again is like $100. I have a referral code if you want it, but you don't need it. You have a CRM, you have KV Core, you have whatever you guys are using, Follow Up Boss, whatever it is. it has a task management on it that tells you what to do. It takes the stupid out of, like, it doesn't even allow you to be stupid if you just use it. I don't like the word stupid, but you know what I mean. It doesn't even, it dumbs it down for you. It just says, do this. And then, yes, if you just do it, and what's even more phenomenal about it, when Tony Benoit gets so, and Lisa Mitchell gets so famous that they can't handle their database anymore, they hand it to Amanda Britton, and she can read their notes and step in and take it and give them a referral. Okay. Is this helping? Are you hearing anything? You got questions? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You're like, waste of time.
Can I make a suggestion going back to Alicia's question of the introvert?
Yes.
Because I used to be an introvert. And what got me to like start talking to people is to go with just one though. Go out with an extrovert. Go to the grocery store. Go, if you're in Fort Mill, go to Peach Stand when it opens back up. Go to downtown Fort Mill, wherever. Go out with one introvert or extrovert. They know everyone. They'll talk to everyone. See what they do. Follow their lead. Pick up on it.
Love it.
They can do the introduction, follow into that.
Love it. The other thing you can do is
you'll get so used to it after a while, you'll just start talking to people.
And get off your phone. If you're in the grocery line, get off your phone. If you're at the waiting room at the oil change or the doctor, get off your phone. Look around. How you doing today? It's cold out there. And so if you can't go out with an extrovert, there's a great book. I'll think of the name of it. But it's what Beyonce did. What's Beyonce's real name? Y'all know? Is it Alicia Nash? Is that her real name? No, it's not. She has a real name. I forget her real name. She has a real name. Before she went on stage, she became Beyonce. So, those of you who are introverts.
I think you're talking about Sasha Fierce.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is that Beyonce?
Her alter ego.
That's her alter ego. There you go. And that's the name of the book, Alter Ego. Thank you very much. That's the name of the book. It's a great book. So she basically put a cape on. She put a persona on. So invite your introvert to step aside. I am Jessica Thrift. Right? Put on your cape. Be your alter ego. When I'm on stage, I'm my alter ego. The real Robin, I'm very introverted. I like to be outside with my chickens. You put me out in people, I'll be with people, right? I love my chickens. I'm a duck. Going back to what did you say? You said, okay, so yeah, alter ego, be the alter ego. Oh, I know what it was. This is my favorite game. This is my favorite game, and this is how you mess with your brain in a good way. Okay, you ready? 100 no's. You want to get to 100 no's. Every time you get a yes, you have to start over. I gotta listen to play it. I was at 98. I gotta start over. I was at 52 and now I got a buyer's appointment. Play with your brain. Make it a goal. You want 100 no's. 100 no's. Ooh, I gotta know. Yay, gotta know. Ooh. Dang, yes. Okay, I play with my brain all the time. So I want to go back to that question. It has a great book, Ray. How to Make Friends and Influence People. It is gold with it. You're correct. Go back to are there a lot of introverts in this group? Yay, some? Okay. Here's the key with that.
We've got a few.
We got a few? Here's the key with that. Be who you are. Lean it. Okay, I'll tell you a story about one of my agents. She's an introvert. So I asked her, I was like, what do you love to do? It's a Saturday, you have free time, you can do anything in the world. Bills are paid, house is clean, kids are taken care of, life is fun. You have nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do. And you have a whole free Saturday. What would you do? and you're not tired, so don't say sleeping, okay? She said she would bake bread. She loves to make sourdough bread. Guess how my girl is getting clients and crushing it right now? She's giving away sourdough starters. She's having sourdough cooking classes. Are y'all kidding me? She started a sourdough Facebook group,
Wow.
right? Okay, my little introverted friends, what do you love? You like to read books? Start a book club. You don't want to talk to people? Okay, do it online. What do you love? When I asked that question, what did you say? Put it in the chat or say it out loud. It's all day Saturday. All the bills are paid. Kids are taken care of. What do you want to do? Sing. Oh, Jessica, that's fun. Sing. Okay. Paint.
Binge my TV shows.
Love it. What did you watch your TV shows?
Binge them. Yep, the
Binge
ones that I
'em.
missed.
All right, we're gonna push. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that one because we're gonna use it. Read books is okay. We're good. Good. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Find it easier to talk to people about things they love. Thank you, Justin. That's exactly the point I'm making. Find the things that you can connect people on with. Okay. So book club, totally can do it. Sing, you can join a choir, right? You're like, well, I don't like choirs. Okay, well, go to a karaoke night. I can't believe you like to sing because you don't want to sing in front of people. I love that. Hike, photography, volleyball, all of those. Go on Eventbrite, set a meetup. Hey, go on to all of your social media, go into community groups. Hey, I'm doing a hike every Saturday, first Saturday of the month. If you want to go, it's just going to be a bunch of us. There's no affiliations. We're just going to hike. Bring your own water, bring your own snacks, meet here. You don't have to do it alone. We're going to go together. You don't even have to talk to people. You can even bill it as introverts who want to hike. Right?
Awesome.
I like food, so I started organizing food trucks for my neighborhood weekly. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, what are you doing with that food truck? Are you getting people's information?
Which people? The people that go to the food trucks?
Yes.
I have all of their information.
You have their
From
emails?
the neighborhood Facebook.
Okay. And you got their emails and their phone numbers?
I can. Yes.
You need them.
I have access to them. Yes.
You need them. Put a drawing. Get a lender to do a drawing with you for the food truck for the next time, or that they're going to go to the food truck or to something else. Get their email, get their phone number. Now you have an opportunity to begin conversations with them. Hey, get a frequent food truck card. If they come to 3 food trucks, they get entered into the drawing.
I like it. Thank you. That helps.
You need something to like go the next step. So create the book club and then create conversation within the book club. Join the people, learn about them. Say, we're going to spend 4 uncomfortable minutes talking about ourselves because I know we're all introverts. We're going to talk about the book. And then afterwards, we're going to write down on a piece of paper the aha moment and I'll just read them out. Or somebody who's our non-introvert will read them out loud to the group, right? Make it work for the people. Get their phone numbers, get their emails, ask later. This is later. You've done 4 book clubs together. You've done 7 food trucks. This month I'm running a free CMA on your house. If you're interested, scan this QR code. It's free every month. They don't know that. But this month I'm running a free one. Right? If you're interested, no obligation. You just want to know the numbers on your house because those estimates suck because they're not right. Right? And if at that food truck you don't have something that says, I'm your realtor, you're missing the boat. You need big old signs out there. When you do the book club, you need your realtor hat on. You need your mug, your little cup that says everything I touch turns to sold. Right? Something that shouts you're a realtor without vomiting on them. Love that. All right, let's see what else people said here. Food truck, pickleball. Oh my gosh, you could do a pickleball tournament. You could create a pickleball tournament. Go to wherever people have played pickleball. Say, hey, let's do a tournament. I'm going to get 3 vendors to sponsor it. Let's get some people in there. When they sign up for the thing, you get their phone number and their email. Put them in your database. Figure out how. Thanks for being part of the pickleball thing. I know you didn't win, but you're a winner to me. Um, Next month, hey, we're gonna do another one. Oh, did you see the pickleball sale? There are reasons. These make reasons to connect with people, right? This is the exact stuff I'm talking about. Is that making sense? Are you having things fire in your brain that you're like, oh, I could do that? Who else needs help? Who else wants to throw out something and you're like, well, how do I make that work? Paint. Oh, Ashley Denny. Paint. What kind of paint do you do?
So I love to paint on canvas. I haven't been able to in the longest time. But you know what? I was just thinking about, Marcus. Remember when we did that rock painting event here at the house?
That was really, really good.
It was through the real estate company, and we had everybody write encouraging things on the front of it, and we provided all of the painting stuff, all of the markers, and on the bottom was your information. So they would find the rocks, they would put them out in the community to encourage other people, and then on the bottom was Marcus's information for buying them.
We're still getting great feedback on that.
Well, do that again, but even better for you, Ashley, because you want to paint. Yes, you got to paint the rock there. Go further. What makes Ashley happy? Create a plein air painting group. You know what I'm talking about? You know what? I'm Ashley Dilly. I'm going to meet at Freedom Park or wherever you're near. You're going to go over to Heritage and paint the big ugly hotel.
Hey, Ashley,
From a different angle every month. What? Go, Jessica.
There's a lady in my that lives around me, and she likes to paint. And I got 2 cards from her this week. She paints these and puts
that's
on the
fun.
card, and it's got her name and the date.
Oh, that's cute.
And then it's just blank on the inside, but she wrote me that.
Oh,
That was this one, and then she sent me one for Valentine's Day. But these are hand painted.
oh, that's amazing. That's really
I thought
cool.
that was just a sweet little idea that.
Love that so much. You could have a painting workshop. You could hire someone to come in and do the wine and design type thing at your house for adults, because it's cool to get the kids if that's your demographic. If kids are your demographic, you got a gold mine waiting. If empty nesters are your demographic, do a paint and wine party.
Sweet. I love that. That's all amazing. And yes, I will follow up on those ideas. I did organize for our neighborhood. We did at all of Mud Puddle a painting class. We all painted our animals and had a good time doing that. It was fun.
I
bonding
love
time with
that.
the neighbors. Yeah.
So the point to all of that, yes, it was a cow and a chicken, and they were phenomenal. They were so cute.
Listen, the other thing we did too is a festival of nations in our neighborhood. This was incredible. Ashley made passports, and everybody in the neighborhood did food from where they originate. And we have a really eclectic neighborhood, and it was literally the coolest thing. If everybody's still asking about it, we got to do that again. We also promoted the company at the time.
I am all over that idea.
But it also brought the community together, right?
I love that. That's like a festival waiting to happen.
That was fun.
I mean, that's phenomenal. That can go massive. All right, we were kind of all over the place. Do we end at 11?
Listen, you go as long as you want. As long as you guys, as much time as you have, as long as you guys want to stay. I mean, this is good stuff. So no pressure, but you're wide open with time.
Okay,
whatever
cool.
your availability.
Yeah, I'm totally good. Like, we were all over the place, but the point of the matter was do the work, put it in a system, set a task to follow up. And if you think lead gen sucks, you're doing it wrong. If you hate the concept of lead gen, redefine it. That food truck is lead gen. The book club is lead gen. Singing is lead gen. You just have to do it in connection with people. Elise Grace likes to watch TV. She can connect with people in her community. She can join a local Facebook group and say, hey guys, what TV shows do you like to binge? That post alone will blow up. And then she picks the people that are her demographic and says, hey, I'm going to create a group where we talk about binging TV shows. She creates a little Facebook group. Now she has her sphere. She can build that sphere by going to the bank, by going to the library, by going to the police station, wherever her demographic is, and saying, everybody in my group loves to binge firefighter shows. What's your favorite one as firefighters? Now, when she's there doing this, She has a purpose, so she's not as intimidated as a realtor person, introvert. And she has potential clients. Right there, she's talking at. Again, every person you meet lives somewhere. Right? And if they don't, you can help them live somewhere.
Right. Thank you, Robin. That's perfect.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I never even thought about that. As much as I am always in other groups where people do the same thing, I never thought about starting my own. So.
Now, there's some secrets to starting your own that we could talk about, but I don't want to. I want people to hear what they want and get what they want. Or if you have questions, Rachel Ness, do you have a question? You look like you do. No. Does anybody have questions? Amanda Britton, you got them babies laying around. I saw them playing. They're gold. Take them with you. Wear your realtor mom shirt and go to the playground. Plan play dates. They're gold. Sponsor
Yeah,
here.
let's open up a quick Q&A.
Yeah, do that.
Have, questions, comments? Man, you got them speechless, Robin. That's tough for this crowd.
Either that or they're bored out of their brain. They're just being here like we're so over this.
No, they're not bored. Totally not bored.
Here's a fun one for introverts. But if you have a question, go. I'll shut up.
What are some of the
Any question?
What are some of the secrets of starting a Facebook group that you were getting ready to?
All right, I will tell you that. I will also tell you this. This is a gimme. If y'all aren't doing this and your demographic is anyone who is a teacher in any school, if any teacher in any school is part of your demographic, part of your ideal client, this is the easiest thing, and it's free, except for your time. Ready? You probably have to get approved as a volunteer. Get approved as a volunteer for the county. Go to the school. Tell the principal, I want to once a month, once a week, whatever your time allows, sit in and give teachers a break at the lunchroom. We'll make it a lottery. They can win my time. I'll do 3 rotations, a total of an hour and a half. Dude.
Our PTO schedules that.
They do.
We sign up. We sign up to volunteer.
Well, then get in on that if the PTO already does it. Get in on that action.
And if the PTO doesn't offer it,
then create it.
Suggest to do the sign up games.
Exactly. Exactly. Love that. Thank you, Ray.
I'm in the school all the time.
Schools are gold. Make sure you're saying like make sure you've got your realtor stuff on, or you're not a secret agent, but you're not you're no commission breath. Okay. Secrets to starting a Facebook group. First thing you should do is be active in some local groups that are active, like not just spam groups where people just spam their business, but actual groups where people converse about things. Find those first. Find them, like you just have to look and find them. Like a very active one here is What's Up Indian Trail or Valentine Connection. I've been noticing Dilly. Dilly was silent on Valentine Connection for a couple of years, many years, and all of a sudden he's popping up there. I see you.
Dropping the science, baby, on those deals.
I see you. Yeah. So be active in a local group first. Connect with some folks. Do that post where you say, I'm going to be doing I'm binging some TV. Don't say you're starting a group because then they'll kick you out. You just say, I'm going to, ask the binging TV questions. Friend those people. Then you create a group. And to those people, you send them a message. Hey, I started this group so we could talk about binging TV shows. So we could talk about hiking. So we could talk about a book club. So we could talk about singing. So we could talk about photography, whatever y'all got, gardening, painting. And then in that group, you have to feed it. Right? You can't have a baby and not feed it. That's your new baby. You got to feed it. You got to take care of it. You got to put stuff in it. You got to ask other people to help. You're tired. You hadn't slept in 3 days. You need somebody else to post something. Get your mama to be in that group and ask her to help you post things. Right? Help each other. Tag team. The biggest thing I'll say, if anything, today is be you. Stop worrying about the script. Just go be you. People want you. That's the big thing. They want to see your face. They want to know that you have a dog. They want to know that you have. Oh, and the other thing is, don't be political unless you just want to die on that sword, and don't just don't don't be divisive about things unless you want to die on that sword. I have a couple of swords I'll die on, but the majority of them I won't. But just be you, and then you will
Authentically you.
authentically you. Yep. I am an authenticity advocate. That's my catchphrase. All right. Anybody else got anything? All right. Well, I hope it was good. I hope you enjoyed it. I need a cigarette. I don't smoke.
Thank you, Robin.
Robin Mann, ladies and gentlemen, Robin Mann.
Actually, give me high fives. I always high five everybody at the end of stuff. If you're a Mel Robbins fan, she'll rock your world. If you're not, go look her up. Mel Robbins. She always ends with a high five because it's good serotonin, good dopamine. So
I'll say this is one of the better special guests we've had. No shade to the other special guests.
Aw, well, thank you, Justin. Yeah, appreciate that.
Oh, you said that, Justin, because she likes your hair, your last name.
That's right.
I'm just kidding.
Lisa Mitchell. I'll send you that.
Thank you.
Where are you? Yeah. I'll figure out where to find you. So this was fun. I hope we do it again, and good luck, you guys. You have a phenomenal group. If I were teaming up with somebody, it would be Dilly and Mark. Like, no doubt. I swear, like, hands down. Those are just two top-notch guys. So good job. Good choices.
Well, we're fond of you too. Thanks for saying that. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Justin Hare. He just got his first property under contract. Very first deal.
Love it.
Yes, Justin.
Good stuff, man.
I don't see Kaylee on here. She was she's working towards being a mentor for some of our newer agents, and she also deserves some credit, I think, in that deal, right, Justin? We need to give her a little bit of love because she.
I would say at the very least, yeah, she carried me to the finish line.
Right on. That's how we do. So
That's awesome.
Robin, thank you so much. Oh my
You're
gosh,
welcome.
mad value, my friend. That was mad value. We recorded this. I am gonna upload this into AMP, so we'll be able to reference it for later. So yeah, thanks again.
You are so welcome. Love you much.